Hi guys, gotta forgive me. I'm eating the baby Ruth while I'm walking with Cole. We made it home. I unpacked the truck a little bit, but it's all good. There's a guy standing there looking weird. Stop, Cole. Anyway, there's a guy looking for the park. Happened to be walking through the woods. He looked really creepy, standing there like that. I think Cole freaked him out. But anyway, sorry about that, guys. I was hungry. I stopped at the dollar store and grabbed up this candy bar. And I'm trying to chew on it while I'm walking. But anyway, I got Cole's collar on him. So he's not out of control. He's happy to be back in his little stomping grounds. He knows this trail very well. And he's doing his thing. Checking out the smells and the sights. He's having himself a ball. We had a nice little adventure. I get back and I still got gas in the truck because I filled up before we left. Still got plenty of gas left because by me staying there at the campsite, I don't have to burn much gas driving around. That looks like that's edible. I don't know what they are, but they look edible. Things are greening up nice out here in the woods. Greening up really nice. Starting to thicken up. It's looking nice. It's really warm here. Feels a little muggy right now. Got a slight breeze blowing, but it's nice. It's getting late. My grass needs to be cut, but I'm like, I'm gonna take Cole for a walk today. I guess I just won't be keeping up with the neighbors today. If I get back in time, I'll go ahead and cut it. I'm only about 5 minutes from home. So, as soon as we get done doing our walk, I'll drive back home. I got my batteries on the charger, so they'll be all charged up. I'll be able to do my grass. And my plants are coming up really nicely. Really, really nicely. I got a couple of bags of peat soil from the dollar store, and I sprinkled some of that down. And I planted some corn, so I want to see how that grows. Hopefully it'll grow fast and good. I don't know. I never grew corn before. Well, I grew it before, but it never produced anything. At least not that was edible. But I did try and grow it. But anyway, I thought I'd talk about these gas prices because as I was driving, coming back, and in the driving I was doing during the course of working this week, I noticed people drive fast as hell, you know, and then they complain about the gas prices. If you complain about gas prices and then you get out on the road and you drive like you're in a Grand Prix or something, you know, the faster you go, the more gas you burn, you know. And I'm doing the speed limit, which is 70, you know, and people are flying past me, or they're tailgating me to the point where I just get out of their way. Now, I'm to the point now where I'm not rushing to go do anything. No, I'm not going to waste time, but I'm not going to rush. And that pertains to driving as well. I'm going to drive at a nice, comfortable pace. And I'm gonna get out of people's way. I'm not gonna be driving like a turtle, but 80 miles an hour, 90 miles an hour, that's excessive. You know, very obsessive. Look at that. It's like Cole. He runs 80 miles an hour everywhere he goes. It's real thick in here now. Before he used to run all up in there and all back up in there. You know, he's not doing that now. He's pretty subdued. But it is hot out here. Muggy today. But anyway. Yeah, if the gas prices are high and you're noticing the pinch, slow down. You know? See how much gas cost you this week, and then next week, just leave 10 minutes earlier to wherever it is you gotta go, and just drive at normal pace. You know, don't rush, just calm down, and just drive regular. See if that makes a difference in how much gas you burn. Write down your mileage, you know, write down how much, you know, gas you got in the car, where the gas gauge is, or just take a picture of it. See if that makes a difference. I bet you'll save some darn money and save some gas that way. But people complain about the gas prices, but yet they drive way too fast. There's no excuse for driving full speed to a stoplight. You can see the light is red from a mile back. You see it just turn yellow from a mile back. But yet you're gonna go at full speed to it, only to have to hit your brakes and stop when you get to the light, and probably sit there for a couple of minutes, idling while waiting for it to change. Then once it changes, people are daydreaming and whatever. They're not gonna take straight off. They're gonna move up a little bit, then they're gonna stop again. They're gonna move up a little bit more, then they're gonna stop again. That all burns your gas up. You know, when you see a light that's yellow, chill out. Be like, you know what? I'm gonna have to stop by the time I get up there, or the lights are already red. I'm gonna slow down and just coast up to it. You ain't gotta stop. You gotta put your brakes on. Excuse me again. Just coast to it and relax. That'll help your blood pressure. It'll help your nerves, and it might keep you from getting into an accident. You know, which is you definitely don't want to do. You think you're gonna be late now. If you get into an accident, you gotta explain this to the cops. You gotta get your insurance company involved. You gotta get other people's insurance company involved. You know, you gotta spend money out of pocket, deductible, and of course, you're gonna be late for work, big time, or wherever it was you were going. You're definitely gonna be late, big time now. If you have to get into an accident, so it just ain't worth it. And if you got time, by leaving early, you can be a little more courteous to people. You don't have to cut people off. So, you know, and if somebody cuts you off, you'll be like, go ahead, buddy, have at it. You know, that cuts down on the incidences of road rage, you know. So it's a win-win. Just relax and drive at a comfortable speed. Oh yeah, there are people out here. We're almost at the cider mill. This is really thickened up nicely here. Really thickened up nice. My flowers and everything at home are really growing nicely too. They're thickening up. And my flower beds are really, you know, taking hold. And they're looking good. So, anyway. But we're at the cider mill now. Now, even though I got this collar on, I'm not gonna go down there. But I don't know, maybe we will. Let me see how crowded it is. Well, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. ice cream. There's a lion over there. Maybe next time. Come here. Good boy. Come here. Come on. Stop talking because I'm eating my candy bar. Good boy. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. No, you don't want to grab him. Come on, buddy, let's go. Good boy. And we got some serious current coming out through here. Serious current. Really nice. Cole behaved himself. I hit the clicker on the thing to let him know that I'm watching him. And he's cool. Those people were nice. They had a little kid with them. And they're walking along the path. Pretty cool. There was some ducks flying over here. Looks really nice. They're back there, chilling out, looking over the thing and sightseeing. It just dawned on me that I'm walking down here with this. I've got my 9mm on my belt. I don't know if you get a good look at that, but that's what they saw when I walked past them with Cole. And they didn't make any, remarks or anything. They just looked and saw it, and they're like, okay, guy's got a gun. And he's got a dog. And he's walking his dog with his gun. And he's got his cell phone out recording. No need to worry. Seems like a cool guy. He's all right. I could have engaged him a little longer, but I'm trying to get this walk done. But anyway, would you be afraid of me if you saw me walking down the trail with my gun hanging on my hip like that? Leave a comment, let me know. You know, you guys been watching my videos, seen my channel for a while. You pretty much can understand my character. I hope you guys wouldn't be afraid. I hope you'd be like, cool, that guy's got a gun. Anything jumps off, he'll be coming between us and whatever's going on. You know, while we run, he'll have our backs. Hope you're thinking like that. Hope you be thinking, okay, that's how I'd be thinking. I'd be like, if I see another guy with a gun walking around on his hip, I'd be like, okay, he's walking around with his gun on his hip. Obviously, he's got a concealed carry permit. Else he wouldn't be taking a chance like that, walking around. People being called the cops or something. Especially if he's black. You know, me being black. They're like, okay, there's a black guy with a gun. People are already afraid of black people anyway. So, they see you with a gun. They're like, uh-oh. But I don't expect to have any problems. You know, this is a concealed pistol carry state. Even though it's not concealed, it's visible. You can see it. It's too hot to be concealing it, to cover it up. And besides, if it was covered up and they still can see it, People freak out more if you're walking around looking like you're trying to conceal a weapon. But if they call the cops, I'll be long gone before they can get here and give me any problems. But people can lie. They can tell the cops that, hey, he pointed that thing at me. He threatened me with it and everything. And just making a threat like that, the cops gotta follow up on it, and who are they gonna believe, Of course, I don't have any outstanding trouble with police or anything like that. I got no domestic violence, no bar fights or nothing like that in my history. So if they look up my stuff, they're gonna see that this guy's, kept his head down his whole life. He's 57 years old now, hasn't had any problem. Why would he pull a gun on you now, today? So that would help me out a lot, because I wouldn't do that. Besides, I don't want the liability of shooting somebody, But if you have the permit and everything to carry, then you should. I don't usually carry like this, where it's visible like that. Normally I would have carried my small gun that you can't see it. It's concealable. You'd never be able to see it, and it's a higher caliber than this gun. This is a 9mm, and the other gun is a 45 caliber pistol, but it only holds 5 or 6 bullets, whereas this one holds 20. So you got more capacity, but less damage, per bullet, whatever. But that's debatable. I wouldn't want to get shot with either one of them. To tell you the truth, I wouldn't want to have to shoot anybody with either one of them. But there are people out there that'll shoot people just for kicks. They're called sociopaths. They love seeing other people in pain and in trouble. Which brings me to our situation with the war. Eventually I was going to have to talk about it. Everything's being blamed on the war. Everything's being blamed on Putin. Putin is just one man. He's just a damn man. Just like you or me or anybody. He happens to be a sociopath, but he's still just a man. And he's not solely responsible for everything that's going on. They make it seem like he's responsible. They always want to put it on one person so that you got somebody that you can focus your hate on, instead of the real deal. It's the government behind them and all the people that follow him. And our government and all the people that follow our president, they talk about Biden. They say he's an idiot, he's this, he's that, he's the other. That may be so, but it's not him that's doing all this stuff, that's causing all these problems. He can't do nothing without the Congress and all the government officials being behind him to let him do the stuff that he's doing. He's not just a loose cannon out there running around doing what he does, But they got him a good president to where now they can do all the stupid shit that they always wanted to do, and they got a fall guy to blame it all on. All this bullshit we're putting up with and going through right now is stuff that the government and the elites and people that are behind all this shit want to happen, and they're doing it on his watch, and they're just blaming on him. They're saying, well, it's his fault, he's an idiot, blah 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 blah. And everything that's happening overseas or whatever, they're blaming it on Putin because he's an idiot, he's a sociopath, he's a madman, he's Godzilla. He walked across the Ukraine border and stomped all those people to death with his big feet, and he knocked all those buildings down with his tail, and he burned everything up with his atomic breath. All one guy. Yeah, Putin is Godzilla. No, it's not him. It's his army of sociopaths that were willing to follow him and do all the atrocities and stuff that he did. You know, that's who did it and why. So, whenever you want to talk about him, think about the people that are behind him. You see how good Cole was when he passed those people? My little buddy is learning to be good and behave himself and give people room. That's good, Cole. Good boy. But like I was saying, you know, Putin and his people that are following him, his army, you know, those are the people that are out there raping people, killing people, torturing people, you know, killing women, little children, and, you know, anybody else that gets in their way. Granted, those women and those children have guns and they're shooting at the soldiers and everything, whatever. If you're in that situation and you got women and children shooting at you, you're gonna shoot back. You know, I understand that, but that would be hard to see and hard to do. Even though they're foreign people, even though they don't look like me, they don't talk like me, they don't have the same beliefs. I don't believe in killing people and doing the stuff that they're doing. That wouldn't be something that I could do. Now, you break into my house or try to hurt me or my family or even my dog, I'll empty this gun into you. You know what I'm saying? Without hesitation. Not one bit of hesitation. You know, I'm not one of those people that'll be standing there like, you better stop, I'm gonna shoot, you know, like a pussy while you walk up to me and snatch my gun out of my hand and pistol whip me with it. There are some people that are like that. There are people that are walking around with guns on their hips and they can see a crime being committed and they'll stand there and not do nothing or run. Or maybe pull the pistol out, but they'll be shaking so much that the bad guy will know that they're a pussy and they'll walk right up to him and be like, you ain't gonna shoot me. Take that gun out of their hand and shoot them with it. Or just pistol whip them to death with it. You know, that's just the way it is. And when it comes to Putin and his army, yes, he's behind it. He's in control over it to a certain extent. But there are a lot of people in higher up places that you'll never know who they are. They hide their faces. They hide their identity. And they're actually behind all this. And remember, our government is in cahoots with them. You know, they make it seem like it's them versus us. You know, that's not the case. Those people in Ukraine and in Russia, even the soldiers, they just want to live a life, go to work, make their money, go home, you know, to their wives and their kids, go camping, eat some s'mores, you know, or whatever they eat over there in Russia. I don't know if they have s'mores over there or not. They probably got something like that. But they're just regular people. They don't deserve to be killed, you know, or shot or blown up. You know, even the Russian people, they're just people. You know, they don't want a war. They don't want all the stuff that's going on over there. It's the governments that want all that. It's the people behind the scenes or whatever. So you can't blame Biden. You can't blame Putin. It's the higher ups. It's other things in control of this stuff that's going on. You know, we'll never be able to find out who they are, why they're doing it, what's happening and everything, because they're so hidden behind the scenes, and they throw Biden's face up in your face every day, and they have him doing blumbering, goofy stuff, you know, to reinforce how much he's an idiot. And only thing he's guilty of is being weak enough to let them pull all this stuff on his watch and blame him for it. That's what you call a team player, taking one for the team. You know, that's why they didn't like Trump, because Trump was like, bullshit, I'm not doing that. You know, I'm not, you know, I'm friends with Putin. They made a big deal about Trump being friends with Putin. You know, I was like, okay, he's friends with the guy that can launch a nuclear attack and blow us all to bits and kill everybody here. And they're friends. I see that as a good thing. You're not gonna blow up your friend. You know, you got a rapport with this guy. You're gonna talk in terms. You're, you know, able to negotiate with him. He's able to respect you. You respect him. That's how you prevent fights. You know, when you got somebody that's weak and submissive and it doesn't project strength, people are gonna walk all over him. You know, so anyway, that's where our state of affairs are when it comes to that. My prediction right now is Labor Day is coming up. What is that? I don't know if Cole saw it or not. Yeah, he saw it. Stop, Cole. I don't know what that was. Come here, Cole. Cole, come here. Stop. He get out in the water. No, Cole, get out of that damn water. I don't know what that was, but it ran across that log and got across there so quickly. Cole, where you at? Come here. You done got wet. What the hell were you chasing? I saw a dark shadow of something. I don't know what it was. I'm gonna check out the video later and see if I can figure out what it was. But Cole went trying to chase after it. Well, it went across the log and jumped over to the other side and disappeared. It was quick. It was quiet. I didn't hear a thing, but I did see it. And I think Cole heard it, but I didn't hear nothing. You know, but I did see the little shadowy figure, like about the size of a raccoon. I think it might have been a raccoon, but it was really dark. You know, it had a really black coat. So I don't think it was a raccoon. It might have been a skunk. I don't know. But if it was a skunk, I'm glad Cole didn't catch it. But anyway, before I got sidetracked, I was talking about Labor Day coming up. I'm going to be camping on Labor Day. I've got a spot. Look at you, you're a mess. Looks like he's going to be going back to the groomers. But anyway, at least that collar is waterproof. And his flea collar is waterproof. So he'll be all right. Okay. Labor Day weekend. I got a campsite for 3 days, 3 nights at the campsite that's close to me. I don't have to drive far to go there, so I'm not gonna be burning a bunch of gas. And we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have food to eat and cook and everything. And I'm gonna set the tent up again. And hopefully by then I'll have a better bed to sleep in the tent, so we'll be able to stay in the tent instead of the back of the truck. But if I don't, you know, that huge tent I had, it was good for cooking in. I was able to cook my food in it. We stayed in there the whole day. It rained. It was cool outside, so it wasn't hot in there. But just sleeping in there was very uncomfortable with that little thin tent I had. I mean, that thin cot I had. I need a wide cot, something wide enough where I can lay in comfortably and Cole can snuggle up beside me, because he has no respect for personal boundaries. He wants to sleep right next to me so he can feel me if I get up and move and go somewhere. He don't want to get left behind. Look at me, look so skinny when he's wet like that. You look poor, Cole. But anyway, we're gonna do that. So that's gonna be Labor Day weekend. So you guys, I'll probably have the camera rolling the whole 24 hours. Maybe I'll check in every couple of hours or something, and it'll be like live, but yet it won't be, you know, live. You know, so if you guys are out camping, you can check in on me, see what I'm doing, maybe make comments and everything, and we can do it like that. But it's up to you guys. We'll see. And maybe I'll leave the camera on in time lapse, and time lapse the whole thing, the whole weekend. That might work out good. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. But speaking of Labor Day, I predict, I'm gonna make a prediction, because like I say, this gas price thing, the gas price hike and everything, it's man-made, it's manufactured. It has nothing to do with the war, everything. The war and all the stuff like that and the shortages and all this, that's just an excuse. That's it, just an excuse to raise the prices. They want to raise those prices. Now, I think the gas prices go up in the summer anyway because they use a different grade of gas in the summer, in the summer than they use in the winter. So it's going to be a different grade of gas. So that makes it go up a little bit. But they got to use up all the winter gas. So the gas should go down in price while they try to, sell off all the gas that they got for the winter. And then they switch over to summer gas, which is higher by a few cents or whatever, not much. But they'll raise it up much because they'll use it as an excuse. But I'm predicting that they're gonna lower the prices of gas because the prices are high now and they're still climbing every day, maybe a penny today or tomorrow, every other day, up another penny or two the next couple of days. They're gouging us little by little, death by 1,000 cuts. And what they're gonna do, they're gonna keep doing that. And just when people think, okay, forget it, I'm not gonna be doing any traveling for Labor Day. I'm gonna stay home, and I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna stay close to home. I'm not gonna burn that much gas. Then they'll say, okay, people are starting to, cut back. We want to get them comfortable again, so we're gonna lower the prices. The prices are gonna come down like crazy, just before Labor Day. So we got a week until Labor Day. So the prices are gonna come down. I'm predicting this. Just remember this video. The price is gonna come down really low. When they do, that's your chance to fill up any 50-gallon drums you got, or any gas cans you got, jerry cans. If you got it, stock up on gas, because after Labor Day, after they lulled you into a false sense of security into thinking that, prices are gonna stay low, they're gonna jack that shit up so damn high, you're gonna get a nosebleed. Get up here, Cole. What are you doing? Come here. He's down there picking up all kinds of ticks. All kinds of ticks. See, he remember crawling around through that stuff before all the brush got really thick. I'm gonna come back here so I can lead him back out of there. There he goes. This way. Maniac. So, yeah, like once they lower you to a false sense of security, and people are starting to travel again, the prices will come down, then they'll start creeping back up. That's when the height is going to come really in earnest. Come here, Cole. Come back. Why are you doing? Why are you going down there? Come on. Let's go. Let's go, buddy. I don't like you down there and all that stuff. Come out of there. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, so they're gonna hype it up after Labor Day, because people are gonna, figure, well, we can do our camping and we can do our traveling and stuff, and they're gonna raise the prices up, and it probably will go higher than $5 a gallon. I don't think it's gonna reach $10 a gallon. They always try to scare you, it might go up to $8, $7 or $8 tops. It ain't gonna go up to 10. They're saying 10 and putting that out there for everybody. They're changing the pumps, giving the pumps ability to go up to $10 a gallon, but they're not really gonna do that. Just like they're not gonna do the nuclear weapon thing or whatever. They try to make it seem like, well, nuclear war is survivable because you only get so many megatons of radiation, and it dissipates in a few days, and this and blah blah blah, and they're not going to launch their whole arsenal. They're just going to do surgical strikes. They're just going to hit military targets. They're going to this, they're just going to that, blah 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 blah. No, once they pull that nuclear trigger, it's all over. It's going to be all out catastrophe. There won't be any limited nuclear war. It's going to be apocalyptic, so that's just not, feasible. And people are always saying, EMP, 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 that seems you know, like a lesser of the evil. You know, they're not going to do the EMP thing or whatever. You know, that's just something that they're saying out there. That's what they're hoping, you know, because they get a chance to use all their little toys they got and everything, or whatever. They get to use their little generators and stuff. Whatever. There are a lot of people out there that really would want something to happen, but they want it to happen on a limited basis. You know, just maybe for a couple of weeks or something, so it can seem like a camping trip, and so they can say, "Ha ha, I prepared and you didn't." You know, they don't want people to starve to death. They just want them to go hungry for a couple of weeks to maybe a month, and then everything go back to normal again. And then they'll be able to say, "I told you so." You know, and the people that are starving, they tell them, you know, they're not going to give them anything to eat, and it's just going to be a bad situation. But it'll be limited. It won't be, you know, ongoing or whatever. They don't want that. You know, that's not going to happen. You know, it's not going to be like a 20-year or 30-year kind of thing, where, or 100 years or something goofy like that. They're not going to do that. It's too much stuff out here. This country's got so many beautiful places and things to do, beautiful people, beautiful places to go, beautiful things to do. People got nice homes, people got nice cars, people got nice lifestyles, you know, and a lot of these people are the people that are elite, that have control over this stuff. They're just going to do a limited amount of damage and stuff. This is enough to you know, screw things up a little, and then it'll be over. It's not going to be a situation where it's going to be global unrest, you know, to where the whole city is going to burn to the ground. That's not going to happen. You know, the people that are in control don't want that to happen or whatever. But they will let something limited happen. They want, I'm telling you, they want to get rid of the people that are going to be getting Social Security. That's a big deal. They want to thin the herd a little bit. You know, they want to get rid of the people that aren't producing. You know, the people that are a drain on society. You know, they want to do a purge. That's what they want to do. You know, so that's what's going on. Cole's chasing squirrels. Don't go in that water. You're gonna go back in the truck wrapped up in a blanket, Cole. I'm serious. Look at you. Look at him. Come here. What are you going down there for? Come on, man. You're never gonna catch those squirrels, man. But yeah, that's what I predict is gonna happen. You know, I'm no psychic or nothing or whatever. It's just based on everything I've seen, everything I've heard, and the past, what I've seen happen, come and go through the years. You know, every year they do this. They lower the prices just before the holiday, and then they raise them back up again right after the holiday. I don't know if anybody's noticed that or not, but it's a pattern. They do it every time. So I've got my 50-gallon drum full of gas, just in case there's a situation where you can't get gas, period. I'm not saving up gas so that when the gas is, you know, $8, $9 a gallon, I can go into my stash and use that. You know, no. My stash of 50 gallons is for when you can't get gas anywhere, any place. That's completely shut off, period. People's cars are shutting off on them on the middle of the street, and they gotta stay there. You know how much people will pay for a gallon of gas just to get their car home? You have any idea? You know, other than leaving it sitting in the middle of a freeway somewhere in a bad neighborhood where, you know, looters can come and steal the stuff off the car, steal the radios, stereos and stuff and whatever, tires, everything. You know, the insurance companies will be in big trouble with that one. But if you got gas, you be like, man, your car, where's your car? You need a gallon of gas? I got a gallon right here. $50. That's cheaper than a tow truck, which you ain't gonna get. And it's a lot cheaper than a new set of tires and rims. They'll be like, here's $100, give me 2 gallons. You know, especially these people with these big trucks that drink gas like crazy. But that's what I'm saving my gas for. And to run my generator to keep my power on, to be able to run my air conditioner, because it's probably going to be a hot summer. And if you're the only one with gas and a generator, you're the only one that's going to be cool. And it could get dangerously hot. Dangerously hot. And if it does, you're going to want that generator on. And you're going to want that cool air. And you're not going to sell your gas for any amount of money. But my house is very well insulated from the heat, just like it's insulated from the cold. And I need to upgrade my air conditioner though. Air conditioner is over 10 years old, and I need a bigger one, a better one with more BTUs, and hopefully more quieter, because I want to be able to run my air conditioner in stealth mode, and I want to be able to run it off of my solar power and my batteries if necessary, and on the generator. So I don't want it to be too powerful where those won't have enough power to make it run. I want to have enough power to be able to run it. So I got to do some research and see if I can find a generator that can do that. I mean, not a generator, an air conditioner that can do that. So before they go up too high in price, I got to start checking around now, because they're starting to probably go on sale now, just before it gets hot. Because once it gets hot, it's all over. People will be buying them up, and they'll be expensive as hell. So, yeah, got to find me a low-powered air conditioner. The air conditioner I got still works fine, but I'll probably repurpose that one. And I plan on doing a trailer build out of my utility trailer. I'm going to hook it up just like I got my truck hooked up, where I can cook in it, I can sleep in it, I can be able to live in that thing, you know, at a campsite with or without electrical hookups and everything. That's going to be a hell of a project there. But I want to do that. But that's the next thing I'm going to try to do. I would like to go to the Grand Canyon this year. I don't know. This might be a good time to go, seeing as how the gas prices are high, and that's going to pretty much deter most people from going, so it won't be so crowded. But then again, I might wait until off season, like next winter, because I'm planning on going to Florida next winter anyway. So I might make a loop, you know, take off toward the west first, see some things there, do some Grand Canyon thing, maybe go to the RTR, and then swing back over down to Florida and do a loop, you know, working temporary jobs and whatever else I can pick up along the way, because I can't afford to just do a road trip of that magnitude on savings or on credit. I don't want to do that. I want to work my way through. That's the way to do it. You know, that's how I'm doing it now. When I go camping on the weekends and everything, and the camping I did, you know, this week, I was working during the day and I camped out at night. That saved me money because I didn't have to burn the gas to do the driving. I pretty much broke even, you know, but it's better to spend the money on your time. You know, that would have been 3 hours out of my life every day doing the commute back and forth. So that 3 hours I was able to do my little camping thing. Cole and I were doing walking and everything. We did our cooking and eating, and we had our time. You know, that's huge. You know, who wants to spend 3 hours a day in a car just driving? I mean, unless you're going somewhere, but you don't want to do that every single day of the year. That's why people are hurting, because of the gas prices, because that's what they're doing. I'm not going to play that game. I got a job that's far from home. I drive my car to work and camp out in it for the full, every day until I'm done with the job. I got started doing that from being a bricklayer and traveling doing jobs, especially in the wintertime when you can work during the winter, but it's just so much of a pain in the ass to try to work through the winter because it's cold and you gotta cover everything up. You gotta heat up mortar, you gotta heat up sand. You gotta keep the area where you're working in, above 32 degrees so that the mortar doesn't freeze, so it's a pain, to do that. It's better to just travel to where it's warmer and work during the winter in a warmer climate. Look at him go. Look at him. Just look at him. He's trying to get all this running out now because he knows we're getting close to the end of the trail. So he's like, okay, let me go act a fool, get all this running and jumping through things and jumping over things and running through bushes and jumping over bushes and running under bushes and over trees and jumping stuff now while I can, because we're almost at the end of the trail. He recognizes where he's at. He knows. There he goes again. I'm gonna do this as long as he'll let me run around and do it. This is his trail here. He knows this trail. He knows these woods. He's been all through that stuff. He's been through there throughout the wintertime when it was all clear and there wasn't all that cover and all that brush and stuff that you can't see through. So he's taking advantage of it through the winter. So he knows everything, every nook and cranny back in there. He knows all that. And he's happy to be home. He wasn't running around like that when we were camping and we went through the woods checking things out. He was really subdued. He stayed close to me. But he's confident here to take off, running through the woods and off through the back country back in there. He's totally out of sight. When we were out camping, he would go into the woods a little piece, but he would always stay in sight. Come on back, Cole. Come on back, buddy. This way, I'm right here. Gotta get him back because he's getting a little too confident. There he is. I ain't trying to go all back up in there trying to find him. Come on, let's go. Calm down, buddy. He was actually so subdued, I was toying with the idea there might have been something wrong with him. Come on back. Because I'm so used to him running around like that and doing what he's doing right now. When he was behaving himself, I'm like, what's wrong, buddy? You okay? He's coming now. He got the memo. So, yeah. He just knows we're almost at the truck. And he's taking advantage of his, wild streak. And he's doing his thing. Can't fault him for that. It really makes me feel good to see him run around like that and enjoy himself. Because when I got him from the shelter, they had him in a cage. In a cage, you can't put a dog like that in a cage. That ain't right. Oh, speaking of which, Cole chewed up the harness I got for him. It was I'm gonna have to have somebody size it. I picked it out and I sized it myself. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And it was a little too big for him. And I didn't tighten it up enough because I didn't want him to be feeling too constricted and whatever. But he was able to chew out of it. So while I was taking my tent down yesterday, he came walking up to me. I'm like, how did you get loose? His harness was off of him, and I realized what had happened. He had chewed himself out of it. And it had some chew spots on it already from him trying before, but I've always caught him doing it and told him to stop. But this time, he was unsupervised, and he was able to chew his way out of it. You know, that's probably how he ended up at the shelter. Cole cannot stay on a leash. He'll tangle himself up so bad that it's not even funny. And even the walking leash I walk him with, because he's chewed through a couple of those. And those things aren't cheap. I had him some really nice ones. And he chewed through it, you know, because I stop and leave him somewhere, you know, on the leash tied up while I go into a building or something, or go into a bathroom or something. He'll just chew right through it. So I got him, his leash now has it's a chain leash. I can't use a rope leash on him or a nylon leash or anything synthetic like that. It's got to be a chain or a cable. And he tries to chew through that. So whoever had him before, he probably was tied up somewhere and he probably got loose because he probably chewed his way out. And once he chewed his way out, he was out in the loose running around. And I mean, just look at him. You see that maniac running around like that, you're gonna freak out. And you're gonna call somebody, hey, there's a mad dog running around loose. There's a pit bull after me. And the way he likes to play too, the way Cole likes to play, people don't understand that brand of play. Play likes to take you and maul you. That's how he plays. But anyway, this little walk is over. I don't know if you guys enjoyed it or not. If you did, hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button. Or hit the like button anyway. Or just don't do nothing, which most people do anyhow. They just watch it. Probably don't even watch it this far. Don't even get to the end. So, whatever. I got my walk in. Cole got his walk in. I'm better for it. My blood is pumping through good. Cole got to stretch his legs. He's feeling good. Got to enjoy a nice, cool, breezy day. And I'm gonna go home now and cut my grass. I left my lights on. My parking lights. I left them on. Oh well, hope it starts. I do have a jump starter in there, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.